Hi, it's Tony. We have a brand new digital wind instruments from NUX. Very thanks to the friend in the NUX. They sent me this brand new instruments. Let's open the box. Packaging is I think it's pretty good. You can see here it's what do you call it? Ribbon. You can just pull it. Okay, it came out like a drawer. You can see the instruments actually come with a carrying bag. Let's take this out. Well, I would say this is pretty good carrying bag. Some instruments, they don't even come with a bag. This bag is pretty good. It even comes with a very fairly really thick padding. So you can see the instruments actually really well placed inside. It won't go anywhere. And you can see how thick that is. The padding is pretty good. Okay, let's see what accessory they come with. They do have two outside bags that you can carry your stuff, anything. Let's see what they come with. They have an adapter for power. They have a USB cable. It's actually Type-C. They have this thing kind of like a wristband. You can put on just right under your mouthpiece. When you play, if you have some water that go outside the instruments, you don't want to damage any electronic device. So you just put that there. It will soak all the waters. It's pretty good. And something I didn't see before, they come with this. When you blow, if you take out the mouthpiece, inside the instruments, there's actually a very thin tube that will collect all the water. Everything will go underneath your instruments. Because it's very thin, very tiny tube. So you can use this one, put some clean water into it, will clean the tube. This is first I see come with any digital instruments. I think it's a pretty good idea, right? A simple solution. By the way, they do have a strap come with the new instruments. I would say this strap is fairly nice for some other wind instruments digitally. The strap they come with is pretty cheap. This one is pretty nice. They have a very nice hook, nice strap, well padding. I think it's pretty good. So let's see the instruments inside. Let's take a close look at brand new NES-1 from the NUX. The first time I saw it, I would say it's kind of very different external shape. But then if you think about it, it pretty makes sense. Especially this mouthpiece. The first time I saw it, I think it's a triangle size and it's really big. Will that fit? Well, don't worry about it, because when you play, you actually only touch the tip of the mouthpiece. The rest part is just the shape that will cover all the sensor inside. So it does come with fake reed. So when you try to articulate it, you will feel it. It's easier to articulate with this reed design. You can see here it has a really nice metal ring for your straps. And the thumb hook, I think it's pretty good because it's pretty much the same size as saxophone. So to me, feels so familiar. The bend, the wheel, it's just right next to your thumb. The overall shape is kind of different, but it's very well sorted. And I really like the way they chose. For digital wind instruments on the market, they have different design. Some brand, they try to combine all the fingering. You can play saxophone fingering, clarinet fingering, flute fingering. If you take look at those original instruments, they have different key number. Some have 24, some have 26, whatever. So when you combine all the fingering together, it's actually make it kind of difficult for everybody. So I really like this design. They just pick saxophone. So all the key number and the place, just like real saxophone. The way the feel in your hand is quite similar. So I like it a lot. I think one thing really well mentioned is the key shape. I told you the key number and the place. It's just like real saxophone. And even key shape, they really think about it. If you look at this one, the high E, on the real saxophone, the key is not flat. It's actually kind of curved. So when you play it with the side of your hand, you won't miss it because they have the curve will stop you. Also on this one, the NES-1, they do have this nicely curved key. I think this first I saw on any digital wind instruments. The key shape is really good. And all the main key, B, A, G, the key is not flat. It's actually kind of curved. When you touch it, you can feel nicely the tip of your finger will fall into the place. And also the low B flat. Wow, I really love this key. If you look at the real saxophone, the low B flat is also not flat. It's kind of curved, but look kind of like this shape. So when your little finger go down there, you won't miss it. You won't overshoot it. It will stop you. And also on this one too. The first time I opened the box, I play it. Wow, I feel so comfortable in my hand. And like I said, even though it doesn't look like saxophone, but the feel in your hand does feel like a real saxophone. Really familiar. And also the octave key is really nice too. The octave key has very nice gently curve up. So when you play your thumb, you can feel it right at your tip. you won't overshoot it. Some other brand, they have a like flat design. They feel good. You don't feel something like cutting your finger. That's fine. But sometimes when I play fast, I don't feel it because of the key is kind of too light, too flat. But this one doesn't. This one has nicely like curved shape. So when you play, you can totally feel it. You won't overshoot it. And also the palm key, like I said. The palm key, the first time I look at it, I think it's really weird. Like all three keys has different size and shape. Well, I don't know why they do that. But when you close your eye and play it, well, you'll feel the touch of your palm. It's pretty similar to a real saxophone. I think they do put a lot of thought and the design, spend time into it. I hope you will like it. Let's turn on the instruments. The on-off switch is right here. Okay, you push it up, it will turn on. The first thing you saw is this one. It got very nice, colorful display right here. And you can even see the graphic, like which instrument you are playing. You can see it's a saxophone or a tenor or a clarinet, oboe, everything. It's so clear. To me, it's really nice, especially when you're teaching some like new to the instruments, like people who never learn instruments. Like you try to beginner, they try to learn instruments. This explain everything. I don't need to explain what is clarinet, what is flute. They can see it and they can feel it and can play it. So this is really nice. And this one doesn't just come with one display. They got a second display. It's right here. Okay, did you see the number? Display there. It's for player itself. So when you play, you know which tone you're playing right now. Audience won't see it, but the player itself is right there. So clear. To me, it's a very interesting design and very, very useful. And these instruments also has the band notes controller right next to your right thumb on your tip. So you can go up and go down. On the market, different brands have different design. They use different shape of the band note controller. I really like this controller. It's closer to your fingertip and the shape is really nice. You won't cut your finger. The surface, it feels like smooth and easy to control. And this is a fairly like normal design. To me, this is good because I don't need to learn new stuff. You know, if I play something like this before, I can really get used to this right away. I don't need to learn it again. This new NES-1 has a built-in speaker, so you don't need to plug into any amplifier like this big one to practice. Okay, so now it's turned on, I can play. Well, I can hear myself. Honestly, it's not like louder for playing for thousands audience, of course. But for practicing at home, I think it's super convenient. And it doesn't just come with one speaker. They have a main speaker right here for yourself and for your friend, you know, next to you can hear it. Also, they have a very tiny, small speaker right here, okay? And also, because of the shape, a second display, the sound will kind of bounce back to yourself. So it does help. So practicing purpose, I think it's fairly enough. It's pretty good. And of course, if you want to hear better, you can definitely plug in your headset to get a better experience. The brand new NES-1, they have 50 different tones built in inside right now. When you're playing, the display is actually turn it off, well, black, just to save some battery power. But if you turn this tone wheel, you will see the display will just lit up right away. And you can see we have saxophone right here. And they have like few different saxophone. They have a soprano saxophone, tenor, classical saxophone. They also have a clarinet, oboe, bassoon. Yeah, it can go pretty low, pretty nice. Okay, let's go. They have a flute, piccolo, trumpet. Let's see trumpet. They also have a mute trumpet. They have a French horn, trombone, they have tuba, they have a brass section. They also have a string section, violin, viola, cello. Let's hear cello. Okay, I just want to show you they have 50 different tones. So other than strings, they also have oh, they have a guitar. They also have synthesizer. They have 10 different synthesizer tones built in. That's here, the number 10. They have a whole bunch of Chinese traditional instruments like this sonar. They also have a hulu si, bamboo flute, pipa, and also for the traditional Chinese instruments, they have some technique. It's really hard to show on the wing digital instrument because like they say pipa. Pipa is kind of like guitar, but you hold it like this. You play with your nail or something like a pick. So when you play, you can hit the string once, like ding, 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 like one note. But also they use finger, like, I don't know how to call that in English, but you will hear like lang, 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 lang. NUX, they try to show that ability on these instruments. So they pick this key for that technique. So let's say I play any note. If I keep playing, if I keep blowing, you will only hear one note. It will decrescendo because it's ding, kind of fading out. But if you keep holding this key, now while you're blowing, to me it's a lot of fun to play. I cannot play the pipa, the real Chinese instruments, but I can play this one. It will sound kind of like it. So it's pretty interesting to play. So for me, all these 15 tones can help me practice more because it's so much fun. Let's talk about the octave key up. Now on the saxophone, you only have one octave up, but on these instruments, you have an octave up and an octave down, and the 2 octave up. They have a small key right here. Let's play G. I play G without the octave key. You will hear it's a saxophone, right? So if I press up the octave 1, you will get higher octave. Let's try the 2 octave. I just press the G at the front and I hold it, the small key right here. So you will get 2 octave up. This is actually pretty difficult to do on the real saxophone. So after you practice, you can train your finger, slide through the octave 1 and octave 2. So you can get really nice. And it's not hard to do. You know, on some other instruments design, it's really hard to go different octaves. So this is pretty good design, something like new, brand new in the market. And this key doesn't just do the octave. It also have a function for fast switching between tone. If you go to the menu, you can pick like 3 of your favorite tone. And store them right here. Use your side key. They call it N. I think it's for memory. Memory and 1 and 2. You can store 3 of your key, your tone right there. How do you do that? Let's say I hold the 2 octave key, and I touch the side B flat once. Then I select the first tone. Let's say it's saxophone. Again, I hold the M key and I touch the C trill. Okay, the side key. Now I get I think it's cello. So I can switching tone. Just need 1 or 2 beat inside the performance on the stage. I don't need to look at the screen and try to find the tone. You can really fast switching between tones. Okay, let's talk about this 4 knob underneath the main screen. The first one here is for Bluetooth. You can connect your mobile phone, whatever, into here and then control the volume right here. And this one is for your volume. It will control your speaker volume, also your output volume. So when you connect to your amplifier with a cable, you will hear that, and you can control right at your fingertip. And this one is for transpose. Let's say you only know C key fingering, but you want to play a G key song. You just turn the wheel. You can see it's very nicely. Now it's F sharp key. Now the instrumental is a G key. So you can see it on the screen. It's so nice. And you got all your 12 key. And for this key, we can use this key, select your tone. So if I turn the wheel clockwise or the other way, you will see the display is changing. So I can select one of the 50 tones. But also this key can be pressed. If you press and hold it, you will go to menu. All the setup menu is right here. And to me, this is so nice. I don't need to look at the menu. I can just see the screen because it says everything, explain itself. So let's say the first one say fingering. So you can pick up saxophone fingering or EV fingering or some other fingerings. You can change your breath. What I mean is that you can make it harder to play to control your volume, or you can make it really easy. You play really little air, you get a maximum volume. You can select the way you want it right here. Also, you can control your reverb. So right now the reverb is off. Okay, let's hear it. If I want to add some reverb, I just go into the menu, right? If I turn the wheel, let's go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can up to 5 level of reverb. Let's hear it. Wow, I feel I'm inside the valley or something. So to me, you can see everything right here. You don't really need a menu. Everything is very well and logically displayed and laid out. These instruments also have Bluetooth function, but I need to explain the Bluetooth function. Some beginner they will think, okay, it got wireless ability, so I can play instruments to the amplifier or to the mixer without any connection. No, Bluetooth is let you play your backing track or your music, maybe your cell phone or your computer, to these instruments. Why do you want to do that? Let's say you have your backing track, your practicing backing track in your cell phone, and you connect this one Bluetooth. So the music will come out from these instruments. So let's say you plug your headset. In your headset, you will hear the backing track and also yourself playing. So all the two different sound source will mix together in these instruments. So the Bluetooth function is very, very convenient in terms of practicing. Okay, let's talk about the I/O. The NES-1 got all the I/O in the left-hand side, the bottom of the instruments. So you can see all the connection is right here. This one, the bigger hole, is for your cable. You can connect to your amplifier or your mixer with a cable. A small one is for your headset. So you can pick up your favorite headset and plug into it. You will hear like beautiful tone with stereo image. And also for this USB Type-C, it's not just charging the instruments. Oh, by the way, this got built-in battery. It's super nice. It's so convenient. You don't need to buy so many like AAA battery and put into it. You can just plug into a Type-C like you're charging your cell phone every day. So you can charge it with the Type-C. And also this Type-C cable can send MIDI message to your favorite DAW. So you can control your any MIDI device or control your software synthesizer, whatever. It's very convenient. One more thing, this one has one very, very special ability. It's the first I saw in any digital wind instruments. The first time I saw the instruments, I realized there's a button right here, and I don't know what that do. So I just press it. It got something open. I look at inside. This thing can be taken out. And what is this? This is a wireless receiver. So they got wireless ability built in. You can see I can plug up, so you can turn to any angle. And there's a button right there. I gently press it, turn it on. Okay, I turn my instruments on. So when you see the green light, that means the connection is already established. So now I can plug into amplifier like this one. So I just plug into it. Let's hear it. Right away. Your tone will come out from this amplifier, and no delay, no nothing. They use a 5.8 gigahertz wireless technology. I have no idea what that means, but I know it's pretty good. You don't get too much interference, and the distance is pretty good. I think it got built-in ability for wireless connection. I think it's super cool. Before, I will carry a separate set, like a guitar wireless set with my digital instruments. But sometimes you forget to charge or forget to bring one of them. So it's very inconvenient. Now they got it built in. I think it's super nice. And after you play, you just put it back. You don't need to turn it off or anything. You just turn the plug back, put it back, okay? And put it inside. And it will start charging it. You see, that's so convenient. So when you plug in your Type-C cable, you're not only charging your instrument itself, you're also charging your wireless receiver. This is super cool. This is the first digital wind instruments from the NUX. This is the first time they try it, but I think the first time they tried it, they done it pretty good. The hardware is very well designed. Okay, they put all the like detail right. And I talked to the manager inside the company. They say in the future we can connect to like USB to upgrade some of the function. Like right now we have 50 tones, but in the future we might get 100 or even more. So I think in the future is let me looking forward to it. I think it's pretty excited. And they not just come with this color, they have 3 different colors right now. Like under this box you can see they have a white color, they also have the really beautiful red color. Actually I want the red one. When they send it to me, the red one is not ready yet, but I definitely gonna get one. So I'm very excited with this brand new instrument. Very welcome this NUX company come to the wind instruments world. You know, bring something different, you know, putting some new ideas. They give me one more tool to educate people, to let people play wind instruments. You know, might let them have interest to play real saxophone in the future or flute, whatever. And like I said, you have 50 different tones, and then in the future might be even more. So for beginner or for kids, that's something, you know, you don't really get tired easily. You know, you can play flute one day, you can play a trombone another day, you can play tuba on the low register, you can play a violin, you know, if you like. So to me, it's wonderful instruments and a really nice educational tool. I hope you like too.